I noticed in the collective, or at least on my FYP and the algorithm, there's a lot of talk right now about inner childhood wounding. This seems to be taking place. Also, I've been stumbling upon, other content creators creating posts about fawning, which is a trauma response, and also like the people pleasing. That's also part of that fawning response. And I just wanted to share some insights into my own fawning and my own people pleasing, and where I believe that it began. Some of this may cause a trigger warning. I grew up in a house that was riddled with alcoholism and domestic violence. When I was 3 years old, I didn't know what that meant. I never had any idea of what alcoholism was. All I knew is I witnessed my father be very violent and very, physically abusive towards my mother, which was disturbing on many levels, especially when you're 3 years old. But I can remember after my father beating my mother up, which, in my mom's defense, she went undiagnosed. She had mental health issues that went undiagnosed until she was in her mid-40s. There's never an excuse for anyone to beat anybody for any reason. And furthermore, how you treat the parent of your children, that is exactly how you love your children. That will say exactly how you love them by the way you treat their parent, the other parent, no matter how you're getting along. So I would witness my mother being beaten by my father, and then he would leave for work. Generally, it was over housework. You know what? In today's world, 2 people working, hire a housekeeper at least a couple times a month. Nobody should be getting beat up over housework in the first place. But she would be sitting there crying, and I would go over there and I would comfort her. And then I would offer to clean. I was 3 years old washing dishes. I would get the stool out and I would wash dishes. So that's when I started trying to fix things, because I just wanted the insanity to stop. And children tend to internalize it. And so I became emotionally responsible for my mom at the age of 3. And I learned to try to get along with my father, so he didn't do the same thing to me that he did to my mother. And also, like with my dad, I just really don't think he realized, how much by that violent behavior that it really did affect our family. So, love and infinite blessings. These are just some thoughts on my mind. Enjoy.